We have an exciting day, all of you beautiful people here. So just a little bit about our sponsors. That's where we start. And we've been so blessed over the 29 years of putting on and producing this conference. And U.S. Bank is one of the reasons we've been blessed. They've been a major partner of ours for 20 years, a corporation, and this is important, a corporation that 20 years ago decided we are going to tell the business community in the Twin Cities that marketing to Latinos is a great business decision. Marketing to Latinos, they're a great market. Think about that when they sponsor these things. Love your sponsors, folks. Love them. They said, U.S. Bank, when we were starting our conferences in 1997, we launched. And it was a situation where I had joined the board of the St. Paul Area Chamber. I was in position to make this conference happen. Who was on that board? General Mills, Best Buy, 3M. And I'm a hard worker, like we all do. We get on the board, we eat that board up. That's our board. And that's what happened. So we went to put this conference on. They all sponsored it. They loved it. And U.S. Bank came up to us and said, we want to be your presenting sponsor. We like that market. It's new, we don't understand it, but we like you, and we like the market. And today, U.S. Bank is, again, their message, Hispanic market is a great business opportunity. And they tell it to everybody. How? By sponsoring the event. And by letting their competitors in the room. TCF Bank, Wells Fargo, they're all there. They didn't tell me, Rick, we're giving you $100,000. You can't have the banks there. No. Come, everybody. Come 20 years. Let's have a hand for U.S. Bank. Yeah. Very real. So we have a lot of stories about 29 years, but here's one where we want to kind of reach back a little bit when we started the conferences. And we were aware of one thing, because we're in Minnesota. They didn't understand who the Hispanic market was. They had no clue. They thought it was Texas, California, Florida, and Mexico. They knew nothing. They said, who's the Hispanic market? Maybe a manager would ask their attendee at the conference. Well, I think it's those people from Texas, man, and California. No. So we put together a piece that we call the Latinization of America. We put together this piece so that when you came to our conference, you can see who's here. And clap if you want to. A little more volume, Rico. A little more volume, Steve.
Niña de mi cuento, ven y di que te vas, aunque ya no estés aquí, aunque sea de lejos. Niña del misterio, sal de mí, borra el tiempo que está quieto en la pared como una sombra más. Imagínate que me voy muriendo. Imagínate que ya no estoy y te quiero. Imagínate que me voy muriendo. Imagínate que ya no estoy y te quiero. de mis sueños. Yo te vi sobre el mar, blanca y desnuda, sobre mí tú vas, sobre ti yo vuelvo. Niña, 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 niña de mi sexo, sé que vas a jugar con mis dos manos, sé que no dirás eso que yo quiero. Imagínate que me voy muriendo, imagínate que ya no estoy y te quiero. Imagínate que me voy muriendo, imagínate que ya no estoy y te quiero.
Thank you. Yeah, it's been a while since we played that. You know, there's a few folks here that have been part of our conferences since we started, and they're here in the audience. For instance, a gentleman that's going to be speaking to us in a few minutes, Johnny Pacheco with the Latino Chamber. Yeah, man. He hasn't changed a bit, you know. He hasn't changed. He got a little shorter, but we all get shorter. But then a good friend of ours, you know, well known, we all love this man. He was at our conference, the first one, and he's still here. Ladies and gentlemen, Rico Vallejos. Everybody loves Rico. Yeah. I think we're starting a TV series. Where's Rico? Yeah. And then of course we have Amalia Moreno is here. Amalia was one of our attendees. We're working closely with, of course, my friend, Colonel Eduardo Suarez. How about a hand for Colonel Eduardo Suarez? And by the way, the first director of communications in the history of the National Guard of Minnesota. We love you, Eddie. Yeah. Okay. We have to keep moving here. Another sponsor of ours is NAREP Twin Cities. I went to their opener 7 years ago, the first meeting. I've been in this town all my life and been involved in a lot of organizations, and it's been a pleasure. But I went to that meeting, and I said to myself, I'm going to be their media partner. Yes, yeah, I made up my mind. And has there been a good relationship? Yeah. And I was plenty right, too, because this is a dynamite group. This is a group that's bringing the American dream to our community, and it's so vibrant, man. It's so cool and hip. I love it, Gary. I love this group. Okay, and then another sponsor of ours, Latino American Today. I know the owner. Great guy. You know, I've talked to him all the time. Of course, that's our publication. But we love being part of the community. We sponsor values and entrepreneurship and business. So we're just a pleasure to be here. But finally, the Latino Chamber of Commerce, Minnesota. We are so fortunate that group is with us. And not only with us, but growing every year. More programming, more identifying that we have a great business sector, bringing people together, having Latinos that arrive in the city no, they're not alone. There is a chamber here. I've seen their events. You've gone to their events. And it's because they have great leadership and they have a mission. And that's important. And by the way, chambers of commerce around the country, they're struggling. It's a struggle. Remotely, people are working remotely. They're not having the turnout, but this group is having the turnout. And we're so happy to have them as a member and a sponsor. Thank you. And by the way, this is a way of introduction because they're going to be our first presentation. So I'm going to bring up a young lady that I've met that has been involved with the chamber. I think it was a blessing, John Pacheco, that we have Anita Grace. And I mean that. Lots of experience nationally, but loves the community. You know, what a combo, right? So with that, Anita, will you come up here? Anita Grace, ladies and gentlemen.
Good morning, everyone. It's nice to be here again at Rick's 29th Annual Multicultural Marketing and Awards. I'm here today on behalf of Latino Chamber of Commerce. Our business is helping Latino businesses in the community to connect, to network, to build relationships, to find opportunity so that their businesses can grow and also so that people outside of the community can do business with our members as well. John Pacheco is the founder of the Latino Chamber of Commerce. He'll come up here and talk to you about our programming that we have, Drive for Five, and a little bit more about the chamber. John, come on up.
Well, thank you, and thank you for being here today. And this is the 29th, and I think I was at the first one there. Yeah, it was. He found me in some old pictures. So, but and Rick and I go way back. I mean, we between the both of us, we got Minneapolis and St. Paul covered. We have the Republicans and Democrats covered, and we've been supporting each other though, no matter our differences. And that's what's most important. And so when I have someone asks me what I need to know on the marketing or what's going on and with other chambers and the like, we talk about Rick. And he's been doing this, and it's been steady, and it's been worth its weight. And it's no more than now is why this is important. Even on the way here in the car, the buzzword of the day was uncertainty. Uncertainty. People don't know what's going on, whether you're a major corporation or a mom and pop store on Lake Street. This uncertainty. And so what you need to do in uncertain times is to really know your market. Establish your marketing plan. Not only know your issues and what challenges you're facing, but what is your customers facing? What is the community facing? And this is the time more than ever to be there and be clear about it and be intentional about it to help your businesses grow, to help the communities grow. We've been on the last event, we have an event coming up over on Global Market, and that's to support these other communities or people that are being challenged. And so every day you get up and say, what can we do now? Well, how can we make it better? It's not a time to stick your head in the sand. It's not a time to back off. It's a time to stand up and proudly stand up. There's so many challenges, and there's people here that get up every day, mom and pop kind of places. This is their passion. And when I talk to some of them, it's been like, COVID, I lost everything, but when I started, I hadn't have anything. And so if you know the community, the resiliency that's in this community, it's amazing. So you're not surprised. You're not surprised where we are today. We're not surprised. And that's why this conference is more important now than ever before. It's having that intentional part of marketing. And now I'll tell you a little bit more about us and who we are. We're a 501c6. We're a chamber. And what that is, and that's why it's important to know, is that a 501c6 is different than a 501c3, which the charitable deductions come with that. So when you give to Clues and to LEDC and others, you can get a deduction for what you're doing, and they need the resources, so you support them. A 501c6 allows you to lobby. You're an advocacy organization, but you don't get that charitable deduction. And so we work every day to bring our sponsors together and bring the community together, because that's how we support both the community and our organization. And so that's who we are. That's what it says the 501c6 here. But we still take the contributions, don't get me wrong. But our purpose really is to bring the communities together with government, with the neighborhoods, with the different cultures together. Our vision is to contribute to the growth and economic prosperity to the state. It's not just Lake Street. It's not just Minnesota. It's it's bringing that all together. And then our mission is to empower Latino businesses in Minnesota, spurring the economic growth of our state, the Latino community. So you tie all that together, and you see the big services here is public policy and advocacy. We're at the legislature right now. There was some cuts proposed for Medicare for people without documentations. They're still fighting that battle over there, and we need to be with the other Latino organizations at the Capitol, or talking to our legislators, and that's our primary function here. The business development. At one point or another, you were a startup. And what does that do, and what can we do to help that? And workforce and talent management. Now, this one here I'm going to speak a little bit more to, and because we have a program, so we do our sponsor stuff as well. And so, as you can see here, the businesses, we had $5.4 billion in purchasing power of Latinos in Minnesota alone. And I can show you any kind of number about population and what we're doing, and then you got to cut it in half. Or grow it, you got to add to it, because we don't get the right count, whether it's through the census or anything, so we have to almost build our own. Okay, so now here, this is for you. This is what we offer, and that is that we have the online Latino Business Directory. Go to our website. Within 2 weeks, it will be even much better. We're just updating all the numbers. And our if you become a member of the Chamber, you get a page in our website, gives a Google map to your location, gets you have the ability to describe it. You have a video you can put in, you have your own commercial. It's real time. You get the code, you change it. And so everybody gets a page in the directory. And they also get unlimited job postings. And so you can post a job up, take it down, and so that one's under construction, but when you go, by next week, hopefully, it'll be there. But so there's other benefits that help your business and help us to help you exchange. And then the more importantly one is our meet and greets kind of things. And that is that's where we just bring people together. I have a small program. We average 125, 130, predominantly small businesses, but we do have a lot of corporate sponsors as well. And it is a time, and every time we have one, I hear that I got a grant, or I got a partnership, or I got a client, I got some, and so we can tell that it's growing. As Rick pointed out, it's been steady, very steady. And so again, these are the programs. I'll leave that there. And so here we have, this is our major initiative right now. It's called Drive for Five. It's with the state of Minnesota, with DEED, and it's connecting opportunities. And here's what they're saying, and it goes back to what I was saying, is about being intentional, knowing what you're doing and knowing how to do it. So they're focusing on technology, labor, the caring professionals, manufacturing, and education. And so with the resources that we have, we'll be working specifically in those areas and look at how we can get a trained workforce that responds to the state needs, that responds to our community needs, and something that the state is willing to invest in. So it's not just opening the door, it's what can we do with that. And so you see the technology, labor, that's the areas. If you go through our program, you'll get some employee access, employer engagement, inclusive hiring, visibility. And so that's a major initiative. We have other initiatives. We do a lot of meet and greets, webinars. We just had one on AI for small business. And we've had one on commercial. We've worked with the NARAP and the Realtor Association doing the presentations that we have on buying your building. So the mom and pop restaurant becomes successful. Rather than just go open another and pay rent somewhere else, is that what's it take for you to buy that building? What's it take for you to buy that strip mall? And so we have webinars that we've already done, and we don't. There's only the two of us, by the way. And so we rely on, and our whole model is maximizing and incorporating the skills and abilities of our members. So when NARAP does a thing on commercial development, we open the door, bring people in, and the professionals do the work. Professionals come in, again, whether it's AI, whether it's real estate, whether it's any other kind of business that we've had. We're going to have one coming up on franchising. But then we bring the people in who know the business and who are and also support the community in there. So that's it's called Drive for Five. You'll be featured in our website. Yep.
Can I just add to that too? So with the Drive for Five, if you are a small, medium, large business and you're looking to hire, and these are some of your, and this is your category, you fall into these 5 categories, the Latino Chamber of Commerce can help connect you with pre-trained, qualified job seekers in the market. So make sure you reach out to us if that's your business.
Well, that's our program. That's who we are. And again, bottom line here is supporting Rick in this marketing at this time it's no better than right now. The people are interested and they need your help. And if you have something to offer, if you have an idea or something that you would like to promote with the Latino Chamber, let us know. We're very flexible in getting you on our website. If there's an initiative you think you would like to build, let us know. And with that.
One last thing before we go, June 12th is our next networking mixer. We'll be at the Global Market bringing business to Lake Street while we're also bringing business to each other. So we hope to see you there. If you go to our website, you can sign up for our newsletter and stay up to date.
Again, thank you all.
Well, that's the chamber, and to prove they're organized, they're 5 minutes ahead of schedule. I love it. So with that, here's what we're going to do, because we have 5 minutes. A very important part of what happens to our Latinos in this city is this, and it's important no matter where we live. We have to create an ownership of the city. This is your city. And yet, here in the Twin Cities, we have our corridors. And our folks don't want to seem to go. And I'm talking the assimilated people. I'm born and raised here. They don't want to go here. They don't want to. We have the third largest theater programming in the world, in the country, here in the cities. We have wonderful arts, wonderful events. They're yours. Got to create that ownership. When you get to the city, if we welcome them right, and we're gonna, the reason I'm saying this, we have our arts group back here, from the amazing Ordway Theater, the world-renowned Ordway Theater. Stand up, Tanya. Stand up, Tanya. And Tanya and Connie, they're the marketing brains behind it. Christina with the Schubert Club, amazing music. I mean, if we don't get our Latinos into hearing some of the classics, we're not doing our job, man. It'll change your life. And so these organizations welcome us to their theater. And I'm a big time fan. I've taken Latinos there for many programs. They're amazed that, first of all, the programming and the source and the whole theater is a trip, but of how welcome they are. So we're going to play this tape of an upcoming event we have to be there with the family.
Quesadillas. I am Lucky.
And I'm Alicia.
From Lucky Diaz and the Family Jam Bam. Hello, Minnesota.
Oh, we're so excited to come to the Flint Hills Family Festival at the Ordway Center at the Performing Arts Center in St. Paul. We can't wait to see you sing some songs in English and in Espanol.
En español también. Vamos a cantar canciones y bailar.
A dance party.
Bailamos. Okay.
Come
Nos
on,
vemos.
get
Bye.
your tickets now.